Today's video, I am going to show you a face full of drugstore makeup that will be perfect if you're just getting started in makeup and want to know what to buy for your first makeup kit, or if you already have been wearing makeup, this would be some great products to add to your collection. Hey everyone, this is Lisa. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Lisa Monique Beauty, where we cover all things beauty and lifestyle for the over 50 woman. So today I wanted to go over some makeup that I've been testing lately that works well on my mature over 55 skin, and it's perfect if you're just getting started in makeup and are looking for some suggestions on what to buy at the drugstore. So I think all of these products were purchased at Target. This is not a Target sponsored video. I'm not getting paid by Target. I do have affiliate links down below though, so if you do click on the links, I will get a small commission, but you don't need to click on those links. They're just there for your convenience. But I like to start shopping drugstore makeup at Target because it's a little bit cheaper than the drugstore, and then also at Ulta. Now the first product I'm showing is the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Foundation. My shade is Natural Tan. I really liked this foundation. I heard about it on YouTube. I can't remember from where. It was on my list on products to try. When I first put it on, I thought, oh no, it's going to be too light. But within 60 seconds, it kind of blended and melded into my skin and looked my shade, but just know that it might be a little light, or it actually looked a little more neutral or cyan undertoned before it warmed up to my skin. Once it did that initial adjustment, it didn't continue to adjust or darken during the day. I used 2 coats for a more medium coverage. I thought it built up beautiful. If you don't need a lot of coverage, 1 coat is very, very, very skin-like. I like the natural finish. Has a little bit of luminosity. Feel like it's really skin-like. It wears well all day, and it does have an SPF of 20. So sometimes I feel like the foundations with SPF do have a little bit more luminosity to them. Now the next product is the NYX Born to Glow Concealer. And this was also recommended on a YouTube channel, or maybe from comments below. And yeah, I think it was in comments below. I had several people talk about this in my comments. And my shade is Golden. I like this. It's kind of got a really fun applicator, which normally I don't like sponge applicators per se, but this one's so tiny, it really does get the product exactly where you want it. This also has a nice luminosity, so it keeps under your eyes very moisturized looking. But it's a good coverage too, so I can actually use it on my face to provide a little bit extra coverage where I need it with the foundation. Now I will say I'm going for a medium skin look, so you can still see the darkest areas of my face or on my nose. You still can see a little bit going through. I'm just looking for a little more even look. I'm not looking for a complete flat full coverage look. I will do a video at some point on full coverage foundations, but my day-to-day is a medium coverage. If you are looking for a little bit more full coverage though, I still love my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. This color is Tan Walnut. And I've talked about this before, but this is definitely an all-day coverage concealer. Now, if I forget to say what shade I'm wearing in this video, I am putting everything down in the description box below as well as across the screen. So if you're just listening to it, I know don't always watch the videos. Sometimes I listen to them. It will be across the screen. If you don't know how to get to the description box, because some people don't, on a computer, under the first couple of lines under the video, it'll say see more or show more, something like that. You click on that and the full description box will drop down. On a mobile, after the title under the video, there's this little V on the end, and you click on that and that will expand the description box. So you can find links and shades and prices for all these products. Now, usually at the drugstore, I cannot find a bronzer or contour that is deep enough to show up on my medium skin. I mean, I just have medium skin. I don't know what people have darker skin do. It must be extremely frustrating because I get frustrated. But I did find the Essence Contouring Duo Palette. And this one has a beautiful deep bronzer. And this is supposed to be more of a highlight type shade, but I think this would be a great bronzer if you're not as deep as me, but need something more than the light palette. This is so blendable and so creamy. I've tried a few Essence products before and I was not happy with them, so I returned them. But so many of my favorite YouTubers, like Mrs. Melissa M, love Essence and they always talk about the product. So I was like, I'm going to give them another go. And I actually purchased products that have made it into this video. Very, very reasonably priced, easy to blend out to really soft edges. For cheeks, I found my favorite drugstore formulations are the cream formulations. I just have not found really that many powders that I love. So I picked up this Pixie On the Glow blush. Now, Pixie is a little more expensive. I think it's just as expensive as what you can find at Sephora or the higher end brands at Ulta. This looks like this. I love I love this packaging. I love this stick, how perfect it is to apply just at the high point of your cheeks. And then I can blend it on the top, blend it on the bottom, and just lightly tap it in the middle. But I really want to keep the color in the middle, so I don't want to blend it out. Now for a more reasonable cream blush, I've talked about this one a ton. This is the Milani Cheek Kiss in Merlot Moment. It is pretty sheer, so people are like, oh, that's so dark. It will blend out really sheer. And then you can build it up, or like me, I actually tap it out to keep it fairly dark so it will show up on my skin. So don't be afraid of how dark some of the creams look, because if it says sheer, this one's sheer too. Let's try this. When they say sheer, you can blend them out. And then I just kind of tap them out and let them dry down so I'm not tapping them off. Now, to finish the face, I am a Charlotte Tilbury junkie, right? If you've watched any of my videos or watched me long enough, especially when I started as a more luxury channel, you'll see that I have a ton of Charlotte Tilbury products, but I did find a good alternative to her very expensive Airbrush Flawless Filter Powder. And that is the number 7 Lift and Illuminate Triple Action Finishing Powder. My shade is medium. I was worried that it might be too dark. I think it's an in between the number 2 and the number 3 shade for Charlotte Tilbury. So that's a really good shade for me. And a good finishing powder just pulls your whole look together. It kind of melts your blush into your complexion without covering it up. It blurs the pores, it tones down the shine, and then I even use it with an eyeshadow brush to blend out my eyeshadow if I didn't get it blended out, really well on application, which happens more often than I'd like to admit. This powder is amazing. So if you're looking for a good finishing powder, I would definitely look at the number 7. I think it's $12.99 at Target. Now, speaking of eyeshadow, another Essence product that I am really loving is this Bonjour Montreal eyeshadow palette. This is such a perfect neutral palette. So I know people focus in at this green. I've never used the green. So if you are just getting started, this is such a perfect palette to add to your kit. You've got your cooler deep brown, you've got a warm brown, you've got the cooler, taupe shimmer, and then a warm gold shimmer. You've got a really good neutral tone here. You've got a pale shimmer and a matte light highlight. I think you have everything you need for the starter kit. And then, of course, I love burgundies and reds. This berry colors are on trend. Berries and browns are trends for the 2021 eyeshadow color, so you can get all that. And these are mostly, except for the 2 darkest and this light one, they're sheer shimmers. And I know a lot of people say don't wear shimmer when you're over 50, when you get crepey eyes. Of course, makeup is preference, and you should do what makes you happy, and shimmers on my eyes make me happy. I love shimmers on my eyes. I think it draws attention to my eyes. I don't think anybody is up close, like you're going to be up close right here looking at my eyes, but I think if somebody is 6 feet away, where they should be, they're not going to see if it does enhance any crepiness. It's just going to draw attention and make it look like I have more lid space. It makes my lids look huge, I think. So anyways, these are very subtle shimmers. They're not high glittery shimmers. Love them, love them, love them. Love this palette. And I am going to just try this now. I'm going to try this green. Let's see what happens when I put the green on my outer eye. I've never tried it on. Oh, that's pretty. Blend it a little bit. Just kind of tap the edges. I don't really want to swish it and blend it off. Ooh, that is pretty. If you're not into green, it has all the neutral colors that you would need. They are so buttery, and they blend out beautifully. For brows, I purchased some new products to test out. I didn't like them that much, so I'm still going to recommend the Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim Defining Eyebrow Pencil. It has that skinny little tip for drawing on your little flicks to fill in your empty spaces, or you can actually even redefine your brow shape with them. And then for gel, or to hold your brows in place, I use the NYX Professional Makeup Control Freak Lasting Eyebrow Gel, which is clear. So I do have other colored brow gels like the e.l.f. Brow Wow and a few other ones, but sometimes I feel like it makes my brows too dark and too thick, and I'm just not used to it, so I like a clear gel. Now for mascaras, I am also going to recommend my tried and true that I've talked about before, the L'Oreal Paris Voluminous Extra Volume Collagen Mascara. And this one has an hourglass. Is it an hourglass? I don't know. It's a thicker, fluffier brush, almost hourglass, but not as big as some other hourglass mascaras. And then I also use, I don't have it here, the Maybelline Volume Express Falsies Mascara. I've talked about it many times before. Both of these mascaras are excellent for darkening your lashes from the base to the tips, keeping them nice and separated, but also a little bit fuller. And they do that without being clumpy. Neither flake nor smear under my eyes. They both wash off easily with water, and they don't straighten out my lashes. Like if I've curled them before, which of course you know I am curling with my favorite Rephr curler. Keep talking about it because it's still on sale. I don't know how long it will be on sale, but it's still on sale now, and it doesn't straighten them out after I curl it. I was going to talk about the difference between why I love the Rephr versus a traditional eyelash curler, because it's flatter. I think, though, I'm going to do a tools video in the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned for that, and I'll tell you why I pick what tool or why I love the tools that I do. Just note, I love the Rephr because it is flatter, and it means I can get it closer to my outer lashes. Now, I don't normally line my lips day to day because I like glosses, but I did want to test out some lip liners, and this one was recommended. This is an LA Girls Perfect Precision Lip Liner. This one is in blushing. It's just a little bit darker because I wear lip colors that are a little bit darker. So I'm wearing it right now. It goes perfect under my favorite lip glosses, and you could even color your entire lip with it and just put a lip balm over it if you're wearing a mask and you don't want a lot of transfer like with a lip gloss. Oh, before I go on to my lip gloss, I didn't talk about the eyeliner. It was also an LA Girl. It's the Ultimate Eye Intense Auto Liner. It has the twist up eyeliner. It's very creamy and smooth. It blends out beautifully. I put it under my eyes and then I lightly buff it with a pencil brush. This is the Rephr 03. You don't have to have Rephr brushes. I love my Rephr brushes. I love the Made in Japan brushes. So I have so many of them, I don't go out and buy a whole nother brush set from another brand, but I know IT Cosmetics has a lot of great brushes. I just look at the shape. That's what I'm going for. The Sephora brand has a lot of these popular shapes, and Real Techniques might have some too. So I would definitely look at those. I used Real Techniques and IT Cosmetic brushes before I upgraded, and then I gave them to my daughter. I even bought an IT Cosmetics travel set in the Ulta 21-day sale, and I gave it to my daughter without even opening and trying it. So it's not that I gave it away because I didn't think it was as good. I just don't need the brushes. So again, I just like blended out my liner with this fine brush to keep it close to the lash line. And finally, I think you need a good gloss in your starter kit. I love glosses on mature lips. I love the way it makes my lips feel so they don't dry out. I think they look fuller when they have a gloss on them versus a more matte lipstick. So my drugstore favorites are the Milani Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumping Gloss, and this color is number 13 Rosewood. I love this gloss. It does have that little pepperminty plumpy feel. If you don't like those plumping glosses, the Lifter Gloss Maybelline, I've talked about it a bajillion times this summer already. This color is Silk 04. Love them both. You can see they're pretty similar in tone. I just really just reach in my lip gloss drawer and pull whichever one out for the one that I'm going to wear for the day. So these are some of the products that I would recommend to a beginner who is wondering what products to purchase at the drugstore. If you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with friends, leave me a comment below. I am so appreciative of all my viewers, and I just love the fact that you're watching all my videos. I'm in this little growth phase right now, and I feel like I've gone from a small channel just a few months ago to now I have to say I have a medium-sized YouTube channel. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.